are here at the Comfort Suites in Stockbridge for an event entitled Community Connections. We have several speakers that are here today, and I have one with me this morning. I'm going to have her introduce herself and tell us a little bit about why she's here and her business.
Perfect. Hi, my name is Dr. Tiffany Forbes. I am the owner and medical director for Better Health Wellness. Better Health Wellness is a local telehealth company throughout the state of Georgia that we certify people for medicinal marijuana here in the state of Georgia. Not a lot of people are aware that medicinal marijuana is legal here in the state of Georgia and has been for over a decade.
Now, I know you said a lot of people don't know that's an educational part of that, and they don't know a lot about the medicinal cannabis. So you are here today to provide that information to people and also to educate people. What are some of the challenges you face in doing that?
The biggest challenge is the taboo of marijuana. A lot of people, we grew up in the era of just say no, also thinking that marijuana is a gateway drug. There are multiple studies showing that that is not the case, and that this plant has multiple medicinal properties. So right now, my roster of patients throughout the state, I have about 2,000 patients in the state of Georgia.
Thank you so much, and I'm sure the people who are they experience chronic pain and all of those things, particularly with sickle cell. I know that is a disease that can cause a lot of pain in the joints, so providing some relief and the stigma, like you said, that's surrounding that. So thank you so much for what you're doing, and I appreciate your time. Thank you.
My name is Dr. Tiffany Forbes. Again, I am a board-certified internal medicine physician. I have an active license here in Georgia as well as Texas. I am also a certified cannabis doctor, and I am the owner and medical director of Better Health Wellness. In addition to that, I am actually also the medical director for Absolute Medical Weight Loss as well. So I carry a couple of hats. But today I want to talk to you guys about medical cannabis, okay? It's one of those taboo subjects, but I also want to let people know that it has been legal here in the state of Georgia for well over 10 years, going over 11 years, that medical cannabis has been legal here in the state of Georgia. I'd like to talk to you guys a little bit more about that, because a lot of us, when we hear marijuana or we hear cannabis, everybody goes, oh no, I can't do that. The way that cannabis works, it actually works on what we call the endocannabinoid system. Raise your hand if you've heard about the endocannabinoid system. Yes. It is a system in the body similar to your respiratory system or your circulatory system. Where we think it is closer to between your lymphatic system and your nervous system. The endocannabinoid system in the body, all mammals actually have an endocannabinoid system. It is the system in the body that brings your body, or tries to bring your body, back to what we call a steady state or homeostasis, okay? When we think about the cannabis plant, it actually has over 120 cannabinoids or phytocannabinoids in that one plant. What we know from that, it works on different receptors in the body called CB1 or CB2 receptors. When those receptors get triggered, again, it's trying to bring your body back to that homeopathic state. So when you're in pain, it uses those receptors. Now, one of the things is that cannabis gets a bad rap because for years, we had the just saying the drugs, we had the studies that said this is the gateway drug, and that people, if you take cannabis or you take marijuana, then it's you're going to be in a bad state. The reality of it is that there are hundreds, if not thousands, of studies that say that it is not a gateway drug. One of the biggest studies that they did actually in the 1970s was within the VA with a group of veterans, and they saw that cannabis actually healed, in particular when we're talking about anxiety, depression, nightmares, PTSD that the veterans were experiencing. They actually came back and said that on these veterans that they did the study on, they actually had better responses and actually were better soldiers if they indeed partaked in cannabis, believe it or not. in the state of Georgia, there are actually 17 qualifying conditions in order for you to receive medical cannabis in the state of Georgia. What I see the most of is pain. Intractable pain is a qualifying condition for someone in the state of Georgia with cannabis. What I hear a lot about is people say how easy it is and they didn't know. Well, first of all, because of the state laws, we can't go around advertising. You'll never see a billboard that has one of the dispensaries here in the state of Georgia because it's against Georgia law, even though it is legal, and that's why so many people are not aware that it is legal here in the state. But it's simple. You do have to find a certified physician such as myself. I say it's simple, but there's only about 500 of us in the entire state that can certify you for cannabis in the state of Georgia. Do we have dispensaries here in Georgia? Why, yes, we do. We actually have dispensaries here in the state of Georgia. They've actually been here for about two and a half years now. The way that it works is that there are 3 dispensaries. It's Truly, Botanical Sciences, as well as Fine Fettle. They have multiple locations throughout the state. I am an ambassador for each and every one of the dispensaries. They all know me by first name. You just say Dr. Corvadia, we got you. I also train some of their bud tenders, and so I know that they know what they're talking about in terms of their products. Part of also in Georgia, so we're what we call a vertical state. So any cannabis products that you get from here has been grown, raised, developed here in the state of Georgia. Nothing comes from anywhere else. All right, thank you guys for having me.
First, I want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for taking time out of your Saturday and coming up, and hopefully you've learned something or something inspired you and you made a connection today. So thank you for being here. I'm super excited that you're all here. Don't forget to sign our registry for our next event, and let's make today unforgettable.